Well, it's Sunday, August 7th, 2022, uh, just before sunset. Um, it's hidden behind clouds, partially obscured, so it's not providing any additional light, but, still, I figured I'd be visible, um, practice being seen, that whole thing. Um, it was a good day, I suppose. I don't really have much to say, though I did write an opinion piece on the legislation that was passed down in this state about the near total abortion ban, which was kind of I'm not exactly sure what it means or what the details are, but it feels wrong. Um, and so I wrote my opinion. I would need to do more investigation on my own to see exactly uh, what it means, but it doesn't sound good. Just like the whole Roe v. Wade reversal by the Supreme Court a few weeks ago was it kind of felt like the wrong direction. People have opinions about what is right and what is wrong morally, but when we start, I think, when we start um, forcing other people to bend to our way of thinking, or whomever's way of thinking, a majority or minority, because it's been mandated by, I don't know, people have all sorts of ideas. Same here. But then I don't go around trying to convince and coerce and manipulate and dominate and subjugate other people around me into doing what I think is right, or being what I think is right, or thinking what I think is right. Um, because I know for myself that I'm flawed. So it feels like, and I just have to believe for myself and remind myself that no one really knows what they're doing. It's just a lot of people are convinced that they do, and they act like it, um, and then they try to convince other people that they know what they're doing, that they know what's best. And as long as they can convince other people, then it becomes true, even if they're wrong. It doesn't matter that they're wrong. Other people think they're right, and it becomes right when enough people believe it to be right. It doesn't matter if it's right or wrong. It's about popular sentiment. And the majority this year might believe a certain way. And next year, or a few months from now, or tomorrow, it could change. And history can be rewritten again. And it's like, I was thinking about how, not to take it to extremes, but the Holocaust in Nazi Germany only just happened not too long ago. It just happened. Less than 100 years ago. It just happened. 100 years ago is nothing as far as history is concerned. It just happened. Breaking news, the Holocaust just happened. How modern we are now. How noble. How virtuous. How advanced, how civilized we are. Wow. What arrogance. Yeah. I don't feel very particularly proud to be a human being, or an American. Maybe that's anti-American, or not patriotic, but that's just how I feel. I feel a little bit betrayed, and abandoned and alone. And because I'm surrounded by people that feel just and represented. and morally, ethically convinced that they are right. And that's other people are evil and wrong for disagreeing, or they're mean or disillusioned and need to be taught and controlled for their own good, for the greater good. It's scary. It's very scary to be in the minority, where your actual thoughts were exposed. It's like I try to keep a low profile. I'm doing a bad job. Well, actually, I'm doing an okay job, all told, but I don't tell very much, very loudly. But trying to, if I got lucky and managed to escape too much attention or notice, getting into the system. Once you get noticed, you're noticed. You're on the books. But I got out, and I haven't caused any problems, and I don't wish to, because I don't want to be medicated to death or helped to death, because it is only a stone's throw to some sort of prescription or asylum or sort of thing. It's like, I like my freedom, and I like being able to do what I do, and I like being able to think what I think, say what I say, believe what I believe, do what I do, go where I go, and I don't have any surveillance or anybody watching over me or keeping track of me. I like that freedom, and but that it feels like exactly what is being taken away, robbed, given away, and people are just voluntarily giving it away for added security and perceived safety. Sacrificing liberty, sacrificing freedom to gain a little bit of security. And it's not making anything any better. It's just setting bad precedent. So, I don't have the right answers. But I just know that when people start making alarmist and reactionary and sentimental decisions that affect everyone, it's dangerous. And there's always consequences and ramifications beyond the conceptualization of the people that are making those decisions, that go down the road far beyond what anybody can foresee. And in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. History won't care. 100 years from now, well, maybe. Foundations are being laid. Everything changes something. That whole, people, time travelers are scared, to make any sort of change in the past because it'll have drastic effects on the future. That sort of thing, where it's like, well, people in the present, we don't even give any sort of care or notice to making small little changes. It's like, small changes now, in the present. You don't have to time travel. Can have lasting and great impact going forward. It's like anything, everything that anyone does can and does have possible instrumental cavitations. Seismic anomalies. It's hard to say. But I woke up and read that, and I was a little bit scared. And I didn't like the way it made me feel. So I wrote about it, and then I talked about it, and now I'm recording about it. And that's about the best I can do right now. And yeah. And if I feel okay about it, like I've processed it and said what I need to say, and it's like, it's about all I can do at this time. And I'll just place it into the background, and like, this is part of my reality that I'm living in now. And I'm surrounded by people that don't agree with me. I am in the minority, and I must be careful and censor myself appropriately. That hurts. But when freedoms are denied, and we're all too quick to condemn people and convict them and crucify them, it's a scary world. And we built it, and we're building it. We're building the future, building reality, and destroying creativity in the process. But it's not all doom and gloom. It's just possibilities. There's possibilities for lots of things. I like living in a world of hope versus a world of fear. So I've got to remember that, or it's in my own best interest too. So anyway, I should go, because I don't really have anything else to say. Not that I had really much to say to begin with, but I felt like recording something. So this was me on August 7th, 2022. And the sun is just setting down below the tree line. The sun hasn't actually set, but it's low enough that you can't even see